Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name is Josh. If you're new, hit the subscribe button right away, smash the like button in the face. Boom! Today, it's been a while since we've snarked, and I've had this one in the old wings for a little while. It's Lovemeg's husband's scary story. I haven't heard it yet. I'm very excited to go through it. We've had a lot of serious topics come up lately, and it's time to get back to have some good old snarking. And I'm very excited about it. It's been a long time. I got my King Sam shirt on, guys. I love this shirt. If you want to buy this shirt, you go to the Teespring link below. I left a pinned comment. Go check this shirt. It's the best shirt you ever seen. Look at this shirt. It says King Sam. Sam's the king. But before we get to that, everybody, let's dance for the Patreons and we'll win something nice.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Katie Kneff. Ooh. Come on, I added another prize just so you guys are aware. Oh, and she won it. Katie won it. No, just a sticker. I added Canadian treats, so if you win, I will send you a couple of Canadian treats. They're delicious, by the way. We have the best Canadian treats. YouTubers!
Yeah, baby.
Hello? Oh, it's a hard drive. Surly Laskowski, Curly Laskowski. That's a name. Come on, let's win some bathwater. Come on! Ah, it's a sticker. I'm sorry. Anyway, if you want a prize, reach out to the admin at thedadchallengepodcast.com. Get your prize. Let's get going. So it has been a while since we did talk about Lovemeg. I think since last we talked to her, she's been to Italy, they've been to Disney. And I think the last time we talked about her was when she accused me of the same thing Shannon Rose did to me. I think they had a little bit of fallout on their channel. They did have a few people unsubscribe. They lost a lot of their viewers. People just don't like jerks. I think that's it. I think people started realizing that Lovemeg's a pretty big jerk. I don't actually think her husband's that big of a jerk. I know you guys are like, oh, you always go after the women. You're such a misogynist. I'm just saying, like I see, I just feel like he's a little bit of a jerk, but I think she's a way bigger jerk than he is. Or they're just equal jerks, and they're jerky together, and that's how they keep their marriage together or something. Anyway, I don't know. Let's watch this scary story video. I'm sure it's going to be scary.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is
your I miss y'all. I'm going to, the pillows are just down. I just feel like that was a waste.
First time here. Today's video is going to be another ghost story for you guys. This time I brought my husband on, and he's going to tell his ghost story, which is really good.
I'm sure it's not. What is this glove?
I think it's even better than mine.
Okay, let me tell you this, Lovemeg. Every scary story is better than your shitty-ass scary story that you told. That was the worst scary story ever. You guys haven't seen that story, go watch it. I'll try to remember to put the link up here. It's so bad. She told us 3 times that her dad was in a bedroom at the top of the landing of the stairs. It was so stupid. She didn't actually see a ghost. It's a lie. She lied. Her ghost stories are as good as her muffins. You know that joke, you watch me a lot.
And I can't wait for you guys to hear it. But as you guys know, I love listening to like true crime or ghost stories while I am doing my housework. So I thought I would combine the two for you guys. And
y'all guys,
am going to be cleaning my house. And
if you see me looking up, it's because the Blue Jays Rays game is on. Just so you know, Kokomo, Blue Jays are better. They are winning. They 1-0. If you guys didn't see my live, I went to Florida. I visited some friends. It was amazing. Ames was there. I got to meet her finally. She's shorter than she looks. Her husband, amazing guy. I forgot to bring him ketchup chips. I got to bring him some ketchup chips. We had Kokomo and her friend, the lawyer. I wish I remembered her name, but I don't. We had some good convos. It was great. My son Tyson came out, and he's a cool dude. There's some people partying and drinking on the beach. It was fun. I really like Clearwater Beach. It was fun. Sorry, I'll get back to this. Get out of here.
Justin, my husband, is going to be the one doing the voiceover.
She's so short.
over. So I hope you guys get some cleaning motivation from this. And
your fridge wasn't even dirty. Okay, stop cleaning clean shit.
And I also hope you find some entertainment in his ghost story. And I would love to hear all of y'all's ghost stories down below.
You missed like 4 spaces there.
Well, if you
I would like to give an award out right now for the ugliest couch on YouTube. Lovemeg, please come accept your award. Dun, 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 music. Your couch is so ugly. Where do you ever buy a couch like that? It was like Hugh Hefner's garage sale after he died. That's where you got that. So careful what you're sitting on that couch. That couch has seen some stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying.
Have any, and I will link my ghost story that I previously did down below in the description.
Again, the couch was clean. She probably doesn't even have the vacuum on. She's probably just going over it. The vacuum's not even on. The couch was clean.
Description box.
What are you gonna do with those tiny little spoons there? What are those tiny little spoons for? Is that an American thing? What are those for? They don't have a baby. If those are tiny collectible spoons, why are they in your spoon drawer? That's stupid.
Too, but without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into
everything's all messed up. You put the fork in with the tiny collectible spoons and another fork and a 3-prong fork. Are you guys like me? And there's like one fork in your drawer at home that you just absolutely hate, and you have no reason to hate it. You hate that effing fork. I have one of the forks, and it looks like that 3-prong fork. Just saying.
Story.
So before I get started telling y'all this story,
okay, he's all the way in the right speaker.
I would describe myself as a skeptic.
Let me stop you there before you guys move on. This bed is already made. So what are you doing?
When it comes to things that are paranormal.
What?
And
who gets out of bed like that? Where the bed's already made. It's weird.
Paranormal related things. In my earlier years, like as a kid and a teenager, and probably even like my early adulthood years, I would say that I was very skeptical. Like I didn't believe in any of that stuff. I grew up in a Christian home. We were independent Baptists.
You did.
We didn't really talk about ghosts. We didn't believe in that kind of stuff.
Ghosts are not real. That's why. Demons are. Remember my video when I went to the haunted house? I almost believed in ghosts after that house, but he's right. Ghosts aren't real. When he's about to tell you, it's bullshit.
I did believe in demons and possession and stuff, but ghosts and stuff, that's just not real. Do I think ghosts are real now? I don't know. I can't say for sure, and I think that's why people call it unexplained mysteries and things. Just because.
Where did she go? Why did she karate chop the pillow then leave the frame?
Because there is no clear-cut answer. However, I do know that things have.
I'm sorry, Lovemeg, but the pillow ain't gonna help. Just saying, not gonna help in there.
Happened to me, and I'm about to talk about those that I cannot explain. And things like this have happened to lots of people before, and we can't explain it. And so I'm not on.
What does this thing say? She's got a list of videos coming out. My ghost story, I think, is the thing that says last there.
Here to try to convince you that ghosts are real or anything like that, but I'm just going to tell you what actually did happen to me.
I find it actually quite impressive that she will set up a camera to open a tiny little drawer and put a hair elastic away. That's some dedication. Like, I know I make fun of Lovemeg a lot because I don't like her at all. That's some dedication right there. Did you say the singles? Yes! Sorry.
And how it's kind of made me rethink some things and think that maybe we really don't know what all is going on out there beyond our current level of consciousness, we'll call it.
Okay, cool, dude.
So this would be the year about 2008 or 9, somewhere in there.
How many dog toys is your dog? I can't lie. My dog has 1 million.
I was a firefighter working for a city fire department up in North Carolina. I had recently been hired. I'd only been on, a few months or so. I had some volunteer fire department time before that for a few years, so I wasn't new to that kind of job. I was just new to doing it full time. And I got assigned to this fire station. And to understand the story, I'll tell you a little bit about like the layout of the building. So it was a 2-story station. On the first floor, we had the engine bays where we parked the trucks. And then we had like our office, kitchen, the captain's sleeping quarters. I
hope this shit has something to do with the story. Because do we really need to know the layout of the fire department? And that maybe there's a landing that the dad slept on the other side?
And all that were on the first floor. And then we had to go up these stairs. And upstairs there was a bathroom. There was a large bedroom.
And there was a landing. And her dad was sleeping on the other side.
that was the lieutenant's room. And then there was this other large room that was just kind of open. And we had lockers in that room, like the stand-up floor lockers. And the lockers were arranged in such a way that...
Were the lockers haunted? Get to the story, bruh. I know that's because they need 15 minutes. That's why.
Would, like, separate sleeping areas. So we had 4 different bunks inside that room. And so if you know anything about firefighters, you know we work 24-hour shifts. So you're there for the daytime and the nighttime. The next morning, another crew comes on for 24 hours. So basically, your bunk...
So basically, if there's no fires, you, like, watch Netflix and eat. Come at me, Jeff. Come at me. Firefighters are the salt of the earth. I love them because they put out fires and shit and save lives. But for the other times, they're not doing those things. They're, like, playing volleyball and they're making food. They're playing hockey. I want to be a firefighter.
Bunk is your bunk for that 24 hours, and then the next day it's someone else's bunk, and the next day it's someone else's. There's 3 shifts. So we were there. Just everything was normal. I'd been on shift for several months. Everything was fine.
Okay, so let's recap the story up to this point. He gave us the layout of the thing. There's lockers, there's a place and stuff, and then everything. I've been there for a couple months, and everything's fine. So you didn't need to tell us any of that shit. Cool.
And one night, I was laying in my bunk, which was in that large bunk room with the 4 other bunks, but I couldn't see the other beds. Like I said, we were all separated by the wall lockers. And I woke up in the middle of the night and opened my eyes, but I was like coming alert, and I thought that some of the guys were sneaking in, like, to play a prank on me. I thought
they're coming to beat your ass with a piece of soap inside of a sock, weren't they? Your wife had brought baking. Let me see if I got this right. Your wife had brought some muffins, and they're like, "Oh, your wife brought some muffins. That's nice." And then they taste those muffins, and they were about to beat your ass with soap and a sock. I get, you know. Next time you're like, "Hey, you know, don't bring the muffins. I'll bring them. You don't have to bring them. I'll bring them." And then he just throws them in the trash before it gets in.
One of them was standing right next to me. And at the fire station, pranks were pretty common. I was a new guy, so I was the subject of a lot of those pranks. But I thought someone was right there next to me. And so I remember opening my eyes thinking one of them is going to be right here to, I don't know, splash some water on me or something. Like, who knows what. But
yeah, I'm sure that's the prank.
It didn't matter. I thought they were standing right next to me. I just had that feeling. And I remember opening my eyes, and
Meg's dad was there. Because I would be scared if Lovemeg's dad was beside my bed. Knowing what we know about Lovemeg's dad, I would be scared too.
What I'm about to say happened over the course of a second or maybe 2. I mean, it just happened so fast, but it felt like an eternity while I was there.
An eternity.
I opened my eyes, and standing over me
was Betty White.
Like a
Jim Carrey. A small peanut butter sandwich. Some guy's dad wearing New Balance shoes with a lawnmower. Was it the haunted lady with the shoes from Meg's house? The waitress from Waffle House. You know which one I'm talking about. Right? That crazy one. That crazy lady? Mickey Mouse. Jess Fam. Was it Jess Fam? Because I would be like, oh my God, please. That's what it would. No, you're right. That's scary as hell. Not going to lie.
Woman.
Oh, it was a woman.
But she looks like you would describe a cartoon witch or something. Her hair is very frazzled and curly and kind of stringy. Her features are very rough, wrinkled, just really rough looking skin.
It's Kendall from Our Life. I knew it. I knew it was one of them, though. I knew it was one of them. Sorry, I missed that one.
And she was wearing like a whitish kind of a dress.
Okay, it's the same ghost from Lovemeg story. You guys can't get your ghost shit.
And she was standing there, but also not. I don't know how to explain that. Like, I guess maybe semi-transparent, but
that's what Lovemeg said.
Clear as a day. She's standing there, and she is leaned over the bed, like her feet are on the floor, but she is like leaned over me, and we are looking eye to eye for just a split second.
Okay.
Then she opens her mouth like she's gonna scream, but then comes straight down, whoosh, like right through me.
That's bullshit.
And it scared me so bad. I jumped up on my bed, and my bed had like a headboard that was also it was also like a shelf, like you could put your alarm clock and stuff like that on there if you've ever seen one of those. I jumped up on this bed, and so I am literally sitting on the headboard shelf, and my feet are on the bed, and I'm like in the corner because my bed was in the corner of the room, and my heart is pounding. I'm breathing heavy. I don't know what.
Justin, maybe the prank was earlier that, hey, you want some of these brownies we made? And they were laced with mushrooms or some shit. This is the most bullshit. Like, how much more freaking stereotypical get? It was like one of those witches from like a Halloween special from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Come on.
What's going on? The room is dark. And I'm like, what did I just see? What?
Nothing. You had a dream or some shit. You didn't see. And he said it was for 1 second. So, I don't believe you.
Just happened here. And it took me forever to get calmed back down enough to where I could kind of go back to sleep for a little bit that night.
Yeah.
But I was really shaken up by that. Like, I'd never had any experience like that in my life. It was the weirdest feeling. And so I didn't tell any of the other guys about it at work because I didn't want to be like the weirdo.
Yeah, this is the kind of firefighter I want saving me. A guy who's scared of ghosts. Girl, like old lady witch ghost with weird curly hair. No. This is what we figured out why Justin is no longer a firefighter, everybody. It's not because of her blog. It's because this guy is not a man's man.
That, thinks that the station's haunted or something like that. But I did tell Megan about it, and I told her, I said that it was so weird. Like,
give me a break. If you literally saw a real ghost, okay, I don't care who you are. I'm telling everybody I saw that real ass ghost, and he seems to think it was real. You're not gonna tell anybody. Why wouldn't you tell anybody? Again, I get that you're trying to make a video for your wife's channel, but this is a fail.
I don't even know what to think about it. It really scared me. Like, this was really weird. And I actually overheard guys talking a couple weeks later that there was stories about that fire station being haunted. And
was it the crazy old looking witch from the cartoons, or was it Gargamel? Who was it?
And it doesn't really
Skeletor?
line up with who I saw, because for them it was supposedly a man that haunted this station.
Supposedly? Okay. Supposedly. Thank you. Please.
Or something like that. But it was weird that there were those stories. I personally believe...
Guarantee you Lovemeg doesn't put her own damn spray in there, because if you've smelled that shit, I have it somewhere around here. It is the worst smelling cleaner I've ever smelled in my life, and I'm not just saying that. That has been corroborated by multiple other cleaning ladies.
That most fire stations have some sort of something going on, some kind of energy.
It's called drugs. Drugs. It's drugs, man.
Something in there. You just think about how much
acid
firefighters are around negative energy, death, dying, destruction, all that kind of stuff.
Were you around a cartoon-looking witch or something? Did you save a cartoon-looking witch from a building or something? I don't get the connection. But I don't believe you either, so that's probably why.
So, I mean, I think of anywhere in the world, if anywhere is going to be haunted, that's a pretty good place to have one. Or to have something like that happen. But
it's dumb.
Anyway, so that's only the first part of my story.
Oh, here we go. Another
the second part is where it really gets interesting.
Oh, so, I'm sure it does.
Shortly after I had that experience, I got moved. I got transferred to another station. And over the next 7, 8, 9 years...
She just cleaned the counters. Did she not just clean the counters?
I had multiple different assignments at different stations. Never had anything paranormal happen. For a long time, I was even assigned to a very old historic station.
Like, it's just rocks on your counter. So how do these people have children? How do you have a house like this with children? That does not make any sense to me. Do your kids are not... There's no way their kids get to be kids. That's my conjecture. How do you have a house like this? Looks like it's staged for real estate, and you have children. No.
Station that everyone said was haunted. There were so many ghost stories from people, both firefighters and citizens that have been in the building, and people had seen things and heard things and felt things and all kind of stuff.
Okay.
So
interesting. The bottom of the ghost story, and there's a witch with the hair and the curliness, and then she was like white, and then she like went through me, and I was like, oh my god, I jumped on the couch, and I just jumped on a shelf, and I was like, oh my god, and I was a firefighter, and I was come on, people, who the hell? Come on, learn how to tell a story.
I was kind of nervous.
She like talked this story up like it's like the craziest, most scary story you've ever heard in your life. Like, didn't she? She went crazy about the story. This is shit.
It's about going to that station, having to be there. Okay. But I was assigned there for, I don't know, a couple years, 2 or 3 years, and didn't have anything happen to me. So nothing paranormal. So I wouldn't say that I'm like susceptible to that kind of thing. Okay. But after 9 or 10 years, I promoted to lieutenant.
This guy was a lieutenant and he quit to be on his wife's cleaning vlog? A lieutenant of a fireplace here, I know a captain here in Canada, they're like over $110,000 a year. They make a lot of money. So, really?
I got moved back.
Maybe he was being made fun of by the guys, because firefighters, as far as I know from Jeff telling me this stuff, firefighters can be like, boom, be cray.
To that original fire station where I'd started off in my career. And so this time I was a lieutenant, so I had my own bedroom. Now, the bedroom that I had was just on the other side of the wall from where the other event happened 9 or 10 years prior. So it was...
She already cleaned the damn fridge.
I mean, very close. It's just the next room over, just through the wall from my bed. That's all that separated me. It was just a couple feet. But I really wasn't even thinking about that old event that had happened. Like, it was just something that happened, and that was just in the past. And here it is, 9 years later, and I'm not even thinking about it. I was assigned there. I stayed there for several months as a lieutenant. Nothing weird happened.
Okay.
Obviously, there were other lieutenants in that room on the other shifts. Nobody ever talked about anything.
It wasn't even dirty. That wasn't even dirty.
Well, one night, I wake up in the middle of the night, and I'm laying on my stomach, like, with my hands under my pillow, under my head, and I felt like somebody was touching me, like somebody was touching my back. And so I went to get up and realized I couldn't move, and it was
sleep paralysis.
It was as if someone was pressing down so hard on my back, like their whole weight was on top of me.
Shannon Rose is your sleep paralysis demon, isn't it? It was Shannon Rose. Don't lie.
And I don't know if it was because of my previous experience or not. I just had a feeling like it was a woman's presence.
Come on.
If that makes any sense.
It doesn't. You're lying.
And that might have just been because of what happened before, but that was just what I felt was...
Okay.
In my mind, I could just envision this woman holding my shoulder.
If my wife came home and told me the story, I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah, well, I have to poop now.
Down from behind. And so people say it's sleep paralysis. I don't think it's that, because...
Again, like, is she supposed to be some kind of like awesome designer? Nothing in this room matches. Now, I'm not saying that I'm an interior decorator, but I do a lot of real estate photos. I often will do 4 to 5 listings a day. I've seen professional stagers. Nothing in this room is cohesive whatsoever. Let's take a look at it, okay? The only thing that matches are the ugly pink blankets with that little middle pink pillow, okay? Maybe even with the red, you get away with the white, sure. But the royal blue doesn't match anything. Maybe a touch of royal blue in the painting, but that's gold and white. That doesn't match anything. I don't know. This whole room looks like that nobody even is allowed to walk in there. This seems to be her like pride and shining joy of the house, and it's garbage.
My arms were working. My arms were pushing. I was almost thrashing around trying to get up, but no matter what I did, I could not get my body up off of the bed. And this...
Also, it's just mushrooms, dude. You just stop taking mushrooms. Clearly, you're not good at it.
It lasted for several seconds while I'm like squirming all around trying to get up, and then all of a sudden, all at once...
Did they both have vacuums?
Gone, and I flipped over as fast as I could.
Oh.
Of course, there was no one there. I'm in this whole room by myself. It was a large room. No one's there. And I'm just like...
I'm going to point this out again. That floor was immaculate before they even came close to it. Why do people... Like, maybe it's because that's your maintenance. You clean things. But that floor was... Nothing she did changed it. Nothing he's going to do is changing it. There's nothing on that floor.
What just happened to me, you know? I mean, I was completely freaked out by it. And so, again...
You missed the spot anyway.
I seemed like the weirdo, and I didn't say anything to anybody.
Better get that spot, dude.
I didn't tell Megan about it. I said, this was the weirdest thing. This happened to me. She looked it up, evidently.
Can't just move that fluff, that friggin' pile of fluff?
A lot of people have reported, similar instances, in different parts of the world and stuff all over the place. But I think some people call it the hag or something. There's some term.
No one calls it that. Also, there's 7 minutes left in this video. What the hell else could have happened?
For this. It was just super weird to me, but I didn't say anything to anybody.
Is it bothering anybody else at the corner of that little... of the carpet there's just up and there's something in the middle? Does that bother anybody else? That would I would throw this carpet right in the garbage or stick it or something. Does that not bother anybody? Someone's gonna trip over that shit and die.
Work about it. And about a week later, every morning we would have pass along, and at pass along you would have your shift there. You were getting off work.
Okay, let's pause here. That floor, everybody, is absolutely immaculate. There's nothing on that floor right now. What is she cleaning?
And the other shift would be they're coming on work, and you just kind of tell them what was going on the previous day, so they could have a heads up about whatever was happening. It just so happened on that particular morning, we were doing pass along, so I was there with my crew.
Okay.
The other crew was there, and of course their lieutenant was there.
If you yawned, hit the like button.
The lieutenant from the third shift was also there. He was just picking up his gear, going to work some overtime, so it was kind of a rare
So you're telling us a bunch of shit we don't need to know. Cool.
Occasion that all 3 lieutenants were there at one time. And again, we all had our own bedroom. We shared it, but it was, us on different shifts. And one of the lieutenants said, without me saying anything, one of them said, "Have y'all noticed anything weird going on in that bunk room up there at night?" And I didn't want to say anything yet. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "I don't know. I'm not really bothered by a lot of things." But he said, lately, it has felt really weird in that bedroom. And he said, "I've actually been sleeping with the TV on just to have some light in the room," because he said, "I'm kind of creeped out in that bedroom all of a sudden. Like, there's something weird going on up there."
What are you doing?
The lieutenant, again, before I said anything, the other lieutenant says, "Something weird happened to me, too." He said, "I was in there.
No.
I was asleep. It was
Don't believe you.
the middle of the night, and I'm laying on my side, kind of facing away from the door that enters the room." And he said, "I heard someone walk up behind me, and then the mattress made a sound," because our mattress kind of had a little squeak to it. And he said it sounded just like...
I would not want to sleep on a mattress that 10 other dudes sleep on. Just saying. Nope.
Like somebody put their knee on the mattress, like they were climbing up onto the bed. And he said, "I assumed it was one of the guys coming to play a prank on me or something like that, And he said, I said, 'You better cut that out.'" And there was no response. And he said, "I'm thinking it's one of my firemen, and he's fixing to start giggling or something. Like, this is, that's just what it is. It's nothing paranormal. We're not automatically thinking that." And he said, I told him, "I mean it.
Shit's already clean, Meg. It's already clean.
You better quit." And he said, "Not a sound, not anything." And so he said, "I whipped around expecting to see someone there, and there was no one there." And he said, "I was really freaked out." Like, he said, "I don't know what caused that, what's going on."
The couch doesn't even look comfortable.
He said, "It's weird that you mentioned that," pointing at the other.
That shit's hard. It's like it's like sitting on cardboard. Who picked this couch out?
The lieutenant. And I said, "Well, let me tell y'all my story."
Justin did not have any say in any of this shit.
And so I told them what happened to me. And so I just think it's really weird that, you can say what you want. You can say it's sleep paralysis or whatever. Mm-hmm. But all 3 of us in that room within about 2 weeks had similar experiences. And we had all been assigned there for a long time. Nobody had any issues until this little block of time. And what causes that, I don't know. I guess that's...
This story is riveting. I'm just enthralled.
I still unexplained, but like I said, I'm not here to say that ghosts are real.
You just told us ghosts are real, and then you said it was corroborated by other guys in your department. So you're saying that. Just so you're aware, dude. I'm
not here to say that ghosts aren't real. I personally think that a lot of times when people are telling these stories, or you see these shows where people are investigating these ghost stories, I think a lot of it could be explained. Noises in a house could be settling, or it could be the pipes.
Oh my God, it's so boring.
It could be something you're hearing from outside, or whatever. I think there's an explanation for a lot of these things, but then a lot of times...
Stop karate chopping the pillows!
Rationally give an explanation for it, and I'm a very rational kind of person, I think everyone's mind naturally wants to rationalize a situation. You want to give an explanation.
I'm jealous of how clean their house is. I'm not gonna lie. Can you imagine doing this every day? I mean, if someone's paid me $100,000 a year to clean my house like that, my house would be immaculate too. But no one pays me to clean my house, so I'm not doing it.
But then there are times when we don't have an explanation. So in this case, I would lean towards it's some type of sleep paralysis or something.
Listen, Justin, of all the things that didn't happen, this didn't happen the most. Like, I get it. You need to give your wife some content because she thought the other one was pretty popular. It wasn't. It was garbage, too. I get it. But that's... there's no inflection in your voice. There's no... Holy crap, there was this, ghost and it was on my mattress. If there was a ghost, I would tell you, be like, "Oh, my God, I was so scared to shit my pants. I had to go get new underwear. I had to call my Meg, can you please bring me some underwear? She'd say, why you bring underwear? Don't ask questions. This ghost just flew through my body. I shit my pants. Please, I need some gitch. You know, there's ways of telling a story that the way he tells a story is just like he went to the library and got a book. Their marriage is a sham.
But then for it to happen to three of us in that same room.
We already saw this.
Period of time there. It's just too weird.
I don't like their cutlery either. The spoons have weird shaped heads.
And I don't know of any other way to explain it other than it's...
Oh, she gets her bowls from Amazon.
Unexplained. I think my take on a lot of these kind of things is I believe that our energies can explain a lot.
Oh, is it? Okay,
I think we have more energy naturally in our bodies than we realize.
Oh, okay, cool.
And that's why...
Really? I get some energy. Okay, I make this one dish that nobody else eats because I don't know, I love it. It's like my own version of Swedish meatballs. Okay, so you make the meatballs with like eggs and cheese and like breadcrumbs. You make them really big and like loosely, you put them in the slow cooker, and then you do this: sour cream, cream of chicken soup, and then one of those onion soup mixes, straight up, like 2 of them. Okay. And then you put a block of cream cheese in that bad boy, and you just let that shit simmer for like 8 hours, okay? You put it on some egg noodles. OMG is all I'm saying. Nobody else eats it, but that shit makes you fart. Like I've never experienced the farts like this before. Just mind-blowing. Just like, those voluptuous, really earthy farts? They don't even really stink. They just are like, and they feel good. That's the kind of farts. So that's the energy. We're talking about energy. I'm just saying that's body energy.
Like, if you walk up to somebody and you say, well, I got a real bad vibe from that person or something.
Yeah, like you guys. Everybody who talks to you, is that what you mean?
It's just off there. Or you walk into maybe someone's house or something and you're like, it just doesn't feel good in there. Like, this doesn't feel like a happy place. Or
murder. There was a murder there.
You just feel, kind of weird about that.
You know what? He's right. Remember my video? Go back to it. Where I went into that haunted house with the pitchfork. There was some shitty energy in that place. Like, I've never felt anything like that. So I get what he's saying here, but I also don't believe him.
Situation or that person or that place. I think it's because we're all putting off these energies and maybe you might call them vibes.
Maybe your energy's off because your spoons are weird. You ever think of that? Maybe get some new spoons?
Or energy, whatever you want to call it. But I think that we're kind of like emitting these things, and maybe sometimes we're more receptive to feeling them or receiving them. Maybe some people are more receptive to those kind of things as far as seeing it or feeling it.
Oh, this is so good, this story. I'm so
over time, enough bad energy in a house, can make the house feel down. So that might be part of the explanation. Then,
the energy of this house is like Winners on sale. Like you just walk into Winners or HomeSense and just gets everything that's on sale at once and just throws it up on the walls. Decorations, everybody. Pay me.
I believe that there are demons out there, and so I believe that could explain some of the things. And
demons aren't old witches with curly hair that look like they came from a Halloween costume. Sorry, dude. It's not Gargamel. It's not freaking Skeletor. Which it's not. That's dumb.
But then some people say that they encounter...
Demons are real, though. Have you guys ever read a book called Piercing the Darkness or This Present Darkness? Go read those books. So good.
Like what we'll call intelligent ghosts or spirits or whatever you want to call it. And so I don't have a good explanation for that. But I think, like I said, I think a lot of the story...
That glove looked like it could be fun for other things. I'm just... No, actually, I'm thinking about that for a second. No, that would hurt, actually. Don't, I take that back.
Stories that you hear are probably completely bogus.
Yeah, don't use that glove.
But then there are those that are unexplained, and they're probably going to remain in that category for a long time because
the story was so good.
I don't know of any way that we could actually get to the bottom of it, but it's.
She's got a garbage disposal and just threw her hand down in there. That shit's. We don't have garbage disposals. Not really a lot of people do that here, but like I feel like you could hurt yourself.
Definitely spooky whenever those things happen to you. Again,
when, not whenever. When.
And I would still largely say I'm skeptical of a lot of the paranormal stuff, but
cool.
I am definitely
lying.
A lot more open-minded now than I used to be before these things happened to me.
I'm sure you are.
So I really hope you guys enjoyed.
Oh, incredible story.
Today's video and hearing Justin's ghost story. I've told Justin before, I feel like one of the reasons why he had to go through that is to be able to be married to me, because I am always so fascinated in the paranormal, and I have always been that way. And he was definitely a skeptic, and I guess he still is, but more so before something like this happened to him. And now he's a lot more open-minded to it, and a lot more, I guess I should
see your underwear.
Say tolerant to whenever I want to watch scary stuff and ghost stories and, you know, true crime, anything paranormal, really.
You guys make so much money on YouTube. Buy a microphone that's not made out of a potato and an onion ring. Please just do something with your audio.
So yeah, that's just a funny joke that we have.
It's not funny.
The two of us.
No, it's not.
I hope you guys found some motivation and you got some cleaning done while you listened to his ghost story. And I hope you found it entertaining.
No, neither of that either.
Like I said, leave your ghost stories down below. We would love to read them.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad.
And I'll see you guys next time.
Oh, I can't wait.
Bye.
Yay. That was the worst ghost. That was worse than her ghost story. Like, he took 18 minutes to tell us that there was a light white looking witch ghost that flew through him for 1 second and then had sleep paralysis. It took him 18 minutes to tell the shittiest story of all time. Again, just lay off the shrooms, dude. It's not for you. Lovemeg, Justin, I give that story 0 out of 10 stars. 0. You failed. Everybody take a deep breath. Ooh. You're beautiful, gorgeous, incredible, and I'm glad that I know you, if I know you. Go get yourself a King Sam shirt, and I will see you